There was a period where I was tasting lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything. And it was only an exposition. Hello, everybody, it's your number one. Tattle young lady back with some delicious news all around. Did he at any point quit acting frightening? I mean, do you all figure that day could at any point come since beside Usher, whom he supposedly prepped Justin Bieber, was additionally one of his numerous casualties. This man had been associated with a ton of discussion that it is difficult to not connect him with probably the shadiest news in the business to a tune party on the off chance that you're not moving. I simply that hard. Then you all to go so security in the event that you see someone and they not moving they gots to go, definitely assuming you have loved Justin Bieber. Starting from the beginning of his vocation, you would realize that he had gone through a ton before he got to where he is correct now. He additionally began being found at the center of attention quite early in life. So there are unquestionably many individuals who attempted to make the most of him, including Puffy. A significant number of Justin's fans are guaranteeing that his unsettled injuries are negatively affecting him. And yes, you've gotten it right, they are faulting Diddy for causing Justin such injuries, that it is influencing his psychological wellness. Now that he is more seasoned, I mean on the off chance that the reports are valid, then Justin probably won't understand in those days that he was at that point getting prepared by P. Diddy. I swear this man is risky, that despite the fact that he can assist a ton with anybody's profession, he would have zero desire to be obliged to him. As I've referenced before, Usher residing with Puff, early on of 15, turned out to be extremely dubious, allowed us first to discuss this oak, to make sure you would comprehend that Usher likewise has a gigantic effect in Justin's profession, since he once turned into his tutor. So assuming attended was prepped odds, or they likewise did to Justin, on the grounds that he probably felt that it was all right, shows are truly difficult to manage. And we are in no situation to analyze anybody here. Except for folks, it is unmistakable that a ton of youthful gifts were made the most of, and this is the kind of thing that ought to continuously be called out on. So yes, Usher was sent by La Reid to the scandalous Puffy flavor Camp Reed, uncovered that he did that since he requested that Diddy show the youthful attendant some strut and show him some flavor, he added, I believed that Usher should be edgier than the face, was we had made a couple of records with him. After Call Me a Macintosh, yet nothing I found convincing to the point of delivering our music could be delicate and beautiful attendant, was 15 years of age. Yet nothing about him at any point appears to be adolescent. I was surrendering him to the most out-of-control party fellow in the country at an age when I actually expected to get his mom's consent. However, he went to New York for very nearly a year. I didn't know whether I was being untrustworthy or having a revelation, so he carries Usher to my office at 14 years of age, just without help from anyone else with his mom. Usher comes in, and he begins to perform for myself, and he drops down on one knee. Is this person seriously? And what might be said about his mom? She consented to that sort of game plan. Gracious, we are considering what Reed and Diddy guaranteed Usher's mother to make sure she will give Puff legitimate guardianship over Usher. Obviously, individuals were interested about what it resembled for Usher to have that sort of involvement, which she reviewed 2 or multiple times in various meetings too. In 2016, he uncovered I had an opportunity to see a few things. I went there to see the way of life. And I saw it, he added. It was wild. It was insane. I was interested. I had an opportunity to see a few things. Definitely. Yet you were 13. What were you talking about? Went there to see the way of life, right? And I saw it, and it was. And it was nevertheless, I couldn't say whether I could enjoy and comprehend what I was in any event. Seeing it was wild, so no one, goodness, I'd bet it was insane source, is uncovered that in those days individuals were seeing the youthful attendant in clubs, where Diddy was permitting him to drink. He learned something beyond strut with him. Without a doubt add to the way that there are additionally hypotheses about Diddy's sexuality. It sort of turned into a loosely held bit of information that Diddy is gay. So on the off chance that he truly is close-headed, envision the things that he might have done to Usher a long time before 4. A cringy clasp of him being evaluated by Kevin Hart. Additionally made a Just Online, he referenced there that he and Usher used to awaken in a similar bed. When he was living with him, these are not all sins supposedly, yet he will in general utilize his lavish gatherings to draw young fellows and power them to do a ton of foul stuff too. What a bold person to understand what Justin got to say regarding how could he treated him and the injury that he caused to JB. Then continue to watch by into our channel, too, in light of the fact that I have more tea to spill in our next video. Currently returning to our video at last, Justin is not generally effortlessly scared by Diddy, since he can now go to bat for himself and put any misinformation to rest. Usher and Justin are old buddies. They met in 2008. When individuals were discussing this rising star, he ultimately turned into Bieber's coach. Usher probably been the justification for why Justin additionally got more familiar with Puff Daddy, who might disregard this YouTube video from Justin's own YouTube channel. 50 Penny was correct. Diddy was truly fruity. Yet you understand what we couldn't care less about his sexuality, since he can be whoever he needs to be. Nevertheless, the issue is he's doing it to the detriment of others. I mean, he could remain closeted however long he needs, yet nothing might his activities towards these young fellows who he might have helped without going after them. Justin's involvement in Diddy could likewise be the motivation behind why he turned out to be truly poisonous and dangerous during the pinnacle of his profession. Anything that he did to these youthful, skilled young men, it is presumably wicked, yet hello, we, as a whole expertise, this world works particularly with regards to Hollywood. The people who have cash and power are exempt from the rules that everyone else follows more often than not. This multitude of paper claims relationship with death of individual rappers being vicious when he becomes inebriated, and significantly more, yet he actually moves away from that. Individuals are all even reluctant to uncover him. Nowadays, a couple of craftsmen have the guts to talk about him, since it would be difficult to insult individuals like him, particularly on the off chance that you owe him something. Now this YouTube video shouts how unpleasant this man can be. Have you watched this before? Let me in on in the remark segment underneath. At any rate, the substance was about them burning through 48 hours together. They didn't give the insights concerning this, since Diddy himself said that they can't share the things that they did. Puffy even proceeded to flaunt his game's vehicles to Justin, which dazzled a kid. It was so stressing the way in which Puff even said that he would give Justin one of those when he turned 16. When you turn 16, you understand what I'm talking about. I will allow you to shake this each time. Goodness golly, that is precisely the way that hunters like him act. Additionally, in that equivalent video, Diddy additionally haphazardly referenced that when Usher was living with him, he had legitimate guardianship in it. How could he need to make sense of them? He probably expected that many individuals would call him out for doing that video with Justin. Let me advise you that he was at that point 40 at the time they recorded this YouTube video. Justin probably won't be acting peculiar around him in that clasp. Yet hold on until you see this next one. Justin was acting apprehensive when Diddy asked him for what good reason Justin no longer spends time with him. How could he even ask that to a little fellow? It's beginning to act different. Hi, you ain't been calling me and hanging out the manner in which we used to hang out. Well, I mean you haven't. I mean you attempt to reach out to me. You realize through the entirety of my you realize you know accomplices and so forth, yet you never truly got my number. So right, og. Definitely better believe it. No doubt. Obviously, Justin has his own life, and he presumably partakes in the organization of individuals. His age contrasted with Diddy, that is somewhat plain as day. Yet he behaved like he was attempting to remind Justin who he is. Justin made a respectable attempt to reason out, yet everybody can feel the pressure of Diddy's gaze at him. The young man couldn't take a gander at him. He clearly can't really try to understand, huh? This was not whenever that Diddy first made everyone in the room off kilter. However, he likewise asked Marvelous before, for what good reason they never partied together, which didn't just quiet Fat. Yet in addition, the others in their 50 penny didn't botch this opportunity to call him out as a result of this viral video. Too, on that note, many individuals were guaranteeing that Diddy could have requested that 50 penny accomplish something unseemly with him previously, yet he declined. That should be the justification for why he's continuously attempting to go after Diddy's sexuality. Yet the thing is, he might have essentially utilized his boldness to uncover Diddy's wrongdoing. And not just discussion about his sexuality. All the time I have hardly any insight into you. Yet nothing could at any point make Diddy a holy person in a many individuals' eyes. Come on, even his previous protector blamed him for being related with Tupac, a famous largest passing quality arrangement worked for him for quite a while, so he certainly saw and knows a ton of things about this person. Justin may very well never truly uncovered any straightforwardly, yet the signs and proof are clear. The more individuals choose not to see on Diddy's exercises, the more he will dare to perpetrate these violations, particularly to young men again. And again, there you have it. Ideally, Justin recuperates from all the injury that this creep caused him. He probably won't be the best craftsman and human out there. Yet nobody should be made the most of when all he needs is to find success with his music. Thank you for watching, and remember to buy into our channel, like this video, and snap on the notice underneath to be refreshed at whatever point we have another update. Until next time, stay tuned for more delicious tattle.